guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool subject for our sales today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool subject for today? Our cool subject for today is selling. Stop comparing yourself to other salespeople. I said stop comparing yourself to other salespeople. Let me tell you something, guys. I've been in sales since the 80s in one form or capacity, and I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And I'm going to tell you what, one of the worst things that you can do is try to compare yourself to another salesperson. You're always going to have people who gravitate to the very top. The very top 1%, maybe the top 5%. And see, then you have other people who want to emulate those people, or they want to be just like those people, but maybe we could, maybe we can, maybe we can learn some things from those top producers, but in reality, we have to live within our own skin. We have to be our own self, and people learn at different levels, and sometimes we can get frustrated by seeing people who are doing really, really successful things, and they're showing it on video and all this kind of stuff, and we are comparing ourselves. You may be a brand new salesperson working for, I don't know, any kind of company, and then you're seeing those top producers week after week produce, and you just started. You're like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, if I can give you a little bit of confidence builder, you need to learn the foundation and the fundamentals of selling and having the selling conversation, learning how to talk to people. It's an art. It's not like you just show up. Now, some people are better than others at first. I've seen some people, they came on like gangbusters, they kicked butt, and they were knocking it out of the park. But see, the majority of people, they don't have that. They have to go through a slower process because we all have different experiences, things that go on in our lives, things that we've heard, beliefs, and so forth that make us who we are. And sometimes people give up on the selling career because things aren't working out exactly the way they thought they should and as fast as they should. I've been there and I've done that. I'm a single parent. I've raised my son by myself since he was a month old, and I had to look at job opportunities in a fast way because I work off this thing called straight commission. Now, my son's 18 years old. We've raised him. I raised him by myself. He's going to college now. He's got his own job. So it's a little bit easier for me to be able to spread my wings a little bit more. And it's been like that for the last couple of years since he's been in high school. But I definitely stay on top to make sure that my son is doing the best he can. And one of the things, I don't know, I was laying there this morning and God opened my eyes. And the first thing he says, Gary, you need to talk to people about comparing themselves to others. See, it's a bad thing sometimes when you are a salesperson or a person in general that you see people who are maybe more affluent. Maybe they've got a better education. Maybe they've got, different people and experiences in their lives that make them a little bit, at least seem like they're a better salesperson than you. But see, here's the reality, guys. We all may not start on the same playing field, but if we work hard and work smart, if we study the craft of selling, if we learn our products, if we learn how to have a selling conversation, if we can learn to overcome our fears, false evidence appearing real, if we can learn how to learn the art of picking up the phone and setting appointments and calling people and having conversations over the phone or selling over the phone or even knocking on those doors. At first, we're all excited. We want to make some money, honey. We think we're going to, knock it out of the park. We see these people there showing us their big old fat paychecks and stuff. But in reality, guys, it takes a minute. It takes a minute for you to learn the fundamentals. And I've seen it before the miracle happens, where a lot of people, they just give up because they're not making the money, honey, that they thought that they should. I've been there, I've done that, and I told you I would tell you things that a lot of people don't want to talk about, the feelings, the things, because I'm a real salesperson, guys. I've been in sales for over 30 something years, or not more. And the key to success in selling is this: that you keep trying, you keep working hard, you persevere, because there's going to be good days, bad days, there's going to be some tough times. You're going to make some sales and you're going to knock it out of the park. And then sometimes the well will dry up and you go, what do I do? Or maybe you might go work for a good company, you're making money, and then the company goes out of business. See, here's the thing. We persevere as salespeople. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, guys. I'm a real salesperson. I have literally hundreds and hundreds of sales videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And please subscribe and tell people, hey, there's a real salesperson just like me who's gone through the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And if you're a brand new salesperson, you're right where you need to be. You're learning from somebody who's actually been in the field. It's an up and down cycle kind of thing, guys. You can make a tremendous amount of money. Oh my goodness, I have made some money, honey. And then if you don't plan right, and if you don't save right, because we work on this magic thing called commission, we can go bust. And I'm going to tell you what, there's nothing worse than a hungry salesperson. Should I say that's a great thing, but a starving one, oh, it sucks. I've been there, and I'm going to tell you what, it can really mess up your head, mess up everything. So our topic for today is selling. Stop comparing yourselves to other salespeople. Now, if you want to be successful, if you want to be number one, if you want to be in the top 5 or 10%, you have to figure out, well, what do I need to do? What I would do is I would go ahead and start studying the craft of sales. Now, you've got a tremendous amount of people that are online that have got all these great ideas about selling. Take bits and pieces and nuggets from each one, even from me. I've got a lot of videos, watch them, take bits and pieces. There's like Brian Tracy, Tom Hopkins, Zig Ziglar, Bedford. I mean, there's just Gardell, there's just a lot of Cardone. There's a lot of people out there that have got some knowledge that you can use. And sometimes people, they like just one particular one, but I like to listen to them all. Because even as I've been in sales for all these years, I can be, you ever heard the expression, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Don't believe that. You can. If they're starving enough and if they're wanting to make some money, honey, they'll learn. Recently I started working with a company called FFL, and I sell life insurance, mortgage protection. I sell, people peace of mind. And this company has a tremendous amount of beautiful videos and stuff that can really motivate you and teach you the fundamentals on how to talk to people. And I also sell real estate too, guys. And, I'm a notary, so it's like I have a lot of streams of income, but I love selling. I love everything about it. I'm writing some books right now about selling, and eventually I'll get one out there to you. But I really enjoy talking to people on one-on-one, just like I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Stop comparing yourself to people that you may never be like. You may be a person who's going to be in the top maybe 20% or maybe the top 30%. But that doesn't mean you're not successful. That doesn't mean that you're not valued. Companies, they need good people who show up to work every day. Now, I've seen some studs and studettes who are kicking it and making a lot of money, and then they caused a lot of problems. They weren't always above board. They weren't always telling the truth. Some of them were liars, to be quite honest with you, and some of them got their positions and stuff because they were hardcore. But see, here's the thing. The ones who really make it are the ones who stick and stay, who stay with a good product. They learn their products. They learn them inside and out. They learn how to conversate. They get mentors who can teach them the differences, how to, what they need to do. And if you see somebody doing real good in the business, you might want to approach them and tell them, hey, listen, I see you're doing wonderful, and I'm telling you, I'm stoked. I'm excited for you. But can you maybe give me some insight? And if you come humbly to people will be more inclined to give you some information. And here's the thing, guys. You do have to learn how to, pick up the phone. You do need to learn how to ask good questions. You do need to learn, the fundamentals of selling. You need to learn different styles of closes. And it didn't happen for me over in a week. It took years to cultivate, my knowledge as far as sales is concerned. And I still don't know it all. But I'm willing to learn. I'm a green person growing. And if you want to be successful in sales, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. I didn't say manipulate, steal, take advantage of people, but you need to take bits and pieces from people who are successful and make it your own. You need to learn how to have a selling conversation. That means if you're out in the field, you need to learn how to have a script on how to talk to people, how to knock on their doors, how to go business to business and start up the conversation of, hey, I see that you don't have what I got to sell. Just saying. The key to success in this regard, guys, is when we compare ourselves to people who are doing really, really good, it makes us feel anxious. And a lot of times people feel uncomfortable. And some people, they feel dejected. Now, some people are judgmental. I never put down people that are doing real good. I never do that. And saying bad things about them like they're doing stuff that ain't right. My simple job is not to put other people down, but to be the best that I can be. I can do anything I put my mind to, is like my mom always told me. And I'm just sharing this with you guys. So if you start comparing yourselves to people, don't compare yourself. Why don't you just try to emulate them? Try to do things that are good that they're doing. If they're doing bad things, you better run like, hey, I'm just saying. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I'm a real salesperson, guys. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. I've seen good people who were awesome. And then they got doing really, really good, and then they stopped selling. They stopped, they thought that they could live off their commissions in 1 week. Oh, I made a big, giant commission. I don't have to work this week. Well, I'm going to tell you what, once you run out of that money, honey, you still got to go sell something. And then sometimes you can lose your will and power to keep persevering. And it's the ones that I see that in the beginning, they seem mediocre. They seem, just like everybody else. But I've noticed that if they keep sticking and staying, they get better and better and better. And then what happens is they're the ones that everybody wants to emulate. They're like, wow, how did you become so great? It took time, guys. It takes time to be a successful salesperson. Like I said, you may knock it out of the park when you first start. You might get out there and on fire, but how long will it last? See, this is a career. This is my life. I've been doing this since the early 80s. I love it all. I've worked with companies that are no longer here no more. But old Gary Lee, I'm still here. And the reason why is because I learned the fundamentals. I was able to take all the knowledge that I learned from each company. And originally, when I worked for the Tampa Tribune, I used to listen to cassette tapes. We'd all get together and listen to these cassette tapes over and over and over about how to be successful, how to feel about yourself, how to learn. And if you're a person, like I said, guys, you want to be awesome. Everybody wants to be number one, but not everybody can be number one. But that don't mean we don't try. That don't mean we don't shoot for the stars. Because, see, you may be that person who will be number one. But if you get in your mind that you don't think you can or you won't, you won't. But, see, you've got to say, I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. I'm a great salesman. You have to build these up. And when you're sitting in your car, or if you're sitting there getting ready to talk to somebody, just close your eyes and see yourself being successful. See yourself closing the self. See yourself having a good conversation. See yourself closing every deal that you get. Now, I ain't going to say you're going to get them all. You're probably going to You're going to get in there and some people won't buy from you, but don't catch an attitude. Remember, it's a numbers game. The more people we share our information with, especially customers who've been pre-qualified, because not everybody can buy what we have to sell, and there could be a lot of reasons why people don't buy, but that don't mean we beat ourselves up. We just go on to the next one. We go on to the next one. We keep trying. It's a numbers game, guys. I'm telling you what, I pick up that heavy phone all the time, and I can't get in touch with everybody, but I got a list of leads. I call on them, and sometimes people will be really mean. Some people will be real rude, and sometimes people just don't answer, but I have to persevere. I have to keep trying. If I want to be number one, I've got to work harder than anybody else. And see, here's the thing. People who are number one, they don't always stay number one, because eventually somebody else will come in who's a little bit more hungry. I didn't say they were starved because they ain't making no money. They're just going to outwork them. They're going to show up on a daily basis. They're going to work later. They're going to work longer hours. They're going to work 7 days a week. And then the champ will get knocked off eventually. It always happens. So if you're working for a company and you want to be in the top 1%, top 10%, stop comparing yourself. Learn your fundamentals about all your products. Learn the things that you can do to make yourself more successful. Take care of your health. Brush your teeth, okay, guys? And learn how to have conversation and treat people with respect. We got to love on our customers, because, see, it's weird, man. We don't always have a customer, so love the one you're with. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a wonderful conversation talking about selling, and stop comparing yourself to other salespeople. So I hope you got something out of this. Give me a thumbs up, share my videos, and please subscribe. And remember, guys, you're important, and we really matter. We are the world. We make it go around. We are salespeople. So enjoy the video, and I got a whole bunch more, so watch them, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm getting ready to go sell something. And you know what? I'm not going to compare myself to anyone else but myself. Thank you, God. All right. Stop comparing.